the T side. I don't think we'll have a dramatic match quite like the last one. That one was a bit of an anomaly.
Wow.
A bullet for SK if they want to look at it that way, but it is going to be FaZe starting out CT side, and I do tend to echo your sentiments, especially with the aggression that FaZe likes to play with, especially with the no-respect style that Nico and Alu will get into if the AWP is hitting and Nico's on form.
How technical is this pistol going to be? We have 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, flashbangs, decoys, no upgraded pistols. We know this team likes to be tactical. They have great smoke execution, especially on this map, so we'll see what they can bring to the table here. Early apartments control coming in. tabseN, the MVP, the star, if you like, ball big. And we'll see whether he can step up here. They are not going to have any sort of banana control whatsoever. This means they have to go quickly towards B, or A, I should say. Alu will be patrolling towards top of Arch, trying to find his first pick. Like we said, aggressive playstyle here. Smokes deployed. That'll take him out of the equation. And they'll be presumably committing towards the quad side.
Shots through the smoke from Alu. Quad side they go. So not a B hit like you normally see on pistols. Rush in, Rain's ready for one, but down by tabseN. Next quick wraparound. Bomb's going to be grabbed, picked up, and then Lakia goes fighting to catch off the rotations. A good pickup as well. It puts them a man ahead with the bomb down. Kit picked up for Alu. He has a smoke as well. Keep that in mind. Next is inside of the site, so the smoke might be tough to work with, but the shots are not. Nico, tabseN, they each get one and go down with the other. It's next inside of the site, caught off as Nico wraps in from Library. Good timing on the wrap as Alu gets in position with the AWP. The kit. It's not quite the AWP.
It's coming, eventually.
Sooner or later.
So you have to say, big, perfect execution. That's pretty much a perfect example as to how we've described this team. Big. Great at the tactics, good map control there. The default was great, held up for a while. Smokes down, one towards the left-hand side, blocking off Arch. One towards Library as well. Best smoked, I think, on a pistol round you can possibly have. Map control, aplenty. Kills coming in, but coming up against Nico and Alu there, and the retake. This couldn't hit the shot required. Sure, they're up against the USPs, but started to crumble a little bit there, and that's a big round for FaZe to pick up. Bomb going down means Big will be purchasing in the third round the AK-47s. I get some PT-50s and a Deagle for next here. One smoke to work with, and the back pocket of Lagia. 1D does not land just yet. We'll have a look at the buy for FaZe as well. Preparing for the AKs in the third. You can see 3 rifles coming out. Kiyashima on the Mag 7 and Karrigan on the MP7. A weapon we're seeing more and more of since the nerf of the UMP. This should be quite a clean cut affair. If Big get the bomb down, that's a victory within itself. So keep your eye on that as we enter the 1 minute 20 mark. Nothing really given away just yet. Trying to bait out some city utility. Got to give too much away for now. They have got some apartments control. See one player over towards B, that's Kiev. The Opera of the side as he just shows some presence. His teammates will be getting ready to presumably go towards quad and try and get some refrags in their favour.
tabseN peeks his head out from Boiler. Smoke still down top mid, so he's covered off partially to his left side at the arch angle. His little booties, as you would say, would have been showing.
Indeed.
But not much more. You would say that. They go passive as well on the FaZe side. They don't need to confront the pistols too close and away from the site to give up guns. At least if they play passive, they do wrap around and get a few kills. The guns are not necessarily attainable.
Yeah, all towards middle, 5 players. Aim for the best. Hopefully tabseN can find that first shot. Time ticking away now. They might have to experiment towards Arch, but here we go. Final play coming in.
Execution from Rain follows up. Lagia, same thing. Chicken in the corner gives away the position for Keo, but no one's walking out that direction. They go through the smoke. They try and wrap around instead. Spray transfer from Alu. He gets 2. Rain stole the 1 just before, but it's 2-0 for FaZe.
Yeah, just one of those annoying rounds for Big, just hoping a CT player would make a mistake and get a little bit impatient there. Waiting until the very last second. Can be frustrating to play against, but Big don't manage to pick up a single kill or get the bomb down, of course. So, round number 3. This is the round we've been waiting for. This will be the purchase into the game. Considering they've got the bomb down and the pistol, they will have 3 rifles here, 2 of which are AKs, a Galil for God B, and 2 players on UMPs as well, just to give them a bit more utility to work with. They've got some great tactics here. One of my favourites is when they smoke in front of the B site itself, like towards the fountain, and first already just go through CT spawn. That's quite a creative, nice idea we saw a lot in the Source, but not so much in CSGO, so watch out for that. Going to round number 3 here. No orbs for either side, of course. FaZe, I guess you can class as a bonus round the fact they've got Mag 7s and MP7s, and they know they're up against the rifles this round, but a couple of SMGs in there for Big as well, so it's pretty equal in terms of firepower. 5 players once again in second middle, and lining up smokes from what I can see. Nothing towards B whatsoever. Next is watching for anyone flanking behind. Makes a lot of sense. Smokes deployed. Alu once again taken out of the equation. Nice deep smokes. I mean, he can't be boosted over or do anything like that.
And I suspect Kerrigan, being low in banana already, throwing a nade through the smoke to push anyone back, as well as the smoke that was deep itself, is going to want to start pushing out. Nico's staying with him, but as soon as they get any further information on A that there's a chance they're not watching bottom mid, Kerrigan will go for the flank. Molotov goes inside of the door, collects some decent damage as well. tabseN's down to 30 and Kiev tagged on to 71.
Yeah, they got much more value for that incendiary than they bargained for, I think.
Bounce the smoke, not quite. That's going to go over to the arch instead. Rain's waiting. Alu covered off on the cross. Good find from Rain. No one to follow out immediately. No trade. And as they follow up, it's a massive amount of damage through the smoke. Alu gets 2 more. Next goes back for the bomb, and there's Kerrigan on the flank as expected. MP7 in hand. And he finds the kill.
Very slow, methodical CS from Big so far, but can't really find anything towards the latter stages. They got the map control, they're in towards Boiler, but took way too much damage from that incendiary at the start. I'm not really sure what happened there, whether they're hoping for a CT to run around the corner and get a pick, but down to 30 HP, that's a star player, tabseN, and at that point, Rain could hear that damage coming in, playing at the quad position as well. Watches them come out, times it to perfection, finds the first couple of frags as well, sets up the alley-oop for Ali to spray them down for the smoke. A ton of damage done with that Famas. Ali with the clean-up. So, 3-0, force by not really working out for Big whatsoever. Goes round number 4. Pistols, Deagles, they'll have save loss bonus after this one with 2k per player. That should be enough to buy into. Ali might go down here, calling for backup. There it is. Copy takes him down. The Rain, the beast of FaZe, manages to get the frag in return. It's going to be Ligia has to commit through with the fire play there, but Kiyoshima finds him.
Flames in a single bullet. Do the trick. tabseN on 30 has the M4 picked up. No armor and 30 HP though. He sits at top mid, no one can flank out. If they don't get to the site, he may just look to save that gun, hence he goes back inside of the boiler doorway. Watch Kerrigan's timing as well. tabseN, excuse me, was caught out entirely. It was Nex that was going back into the boiler, so he gets downed already. Gun's still at the corner. Nex not facing it yet, wants to try and take the fight. Kiev gets one on the Deagle. That's all they get as Kiyoshima puts him down, and they keep 3 rifles up.
Yeah, but this is when the AWP comes out, and we did say Alu, one of the absolute best AWPers on CT side of Inferno we have. FaZe experimented for a while with the double AWP setup. They had Nico towards B and Alu with the AWP in the middle as well, but I wasn't a fan of it. Sure, they won an event with that setup. Like, it was very touch and go there. You'd feel like that was the reason they were crumbling, and in fact the game got so close is because the B site looks quite weak. I don't think they'll be falling back to that again unless required. Alu's more than capable of AWPing it solo on this side of the map. But no AWP for Kiev, yep. Down to a rifle. Let's see what he can do, but Ali looking towards T-steps. Not fully committing just yet. Thinking about it. Let's watch his second middle now. Definitely a player to watch in this first half. Round number 5. As this time, we do have some banana presence from Big. First time they've really tried to get to the side of the map, apart from the pistol with the rush, but we'll see what happens next. Let's hope for B. Molotov's coming in as well, just trying to get map control. It's all very good so far. This has been great. This part of the game is where Big excels at. Getting map control, utilizing the nades correctly, and having a game plan in terms of the round outcome.
Alu and Nico waiting will get smoked off. At least Alu will. He hasn't put one out toward coffins yet, and Nico's going to play new box. They don't follow up immediately on the smoke, so aforementioned lack of smoke toward coffins means the rotation's able to come in. Looks like they will throw in late, but Alu's not going to be in front of it. They'll go around instead inside of the site. They're actually going to smoke on the default plant spot, so watch for them to rush through and try and get the bomb down. Like, he is the last in. Full wall and a wrap back through, potentially on Ruins. We know Gobby has tactics. And a single smoke to isolate, which puts Gobby in the position. tabseN finding Nico in the site as well means Alu with 14 can't do anything of it. So clever indeed. Full wall, front sight, wrap right, and a deep smoke to get the position in Ruins early. All they have to focus on is the entry kills at that point.
That's a tactic I was calling out at the start of the game. It's really cool. No one else at the top tier of the scene is actually doing that tactic right now. It's actually quite smart when you think about it. It eradicates the risk of the boosted player in CT spawn because he hasn't got a smoke to protect him anymore. So that smoke that goes in deep, they can concentrate on him, flash it, go towards Ruin, and pin to the bomb side. It's really stifling for a CT side, and that's one of my favorite strategies that Big brings to the table. And that's how they win rounds, with these kind of avant-garde strategies that no one else really does. So 4-on-2, and Kiyoshima trying to find some exit frags here. T-steps flashed off fully. They're not giving anything away here, Big. Nice round for them to post the first on the scoreboard and actually take down Kiyoshima as well. That's got B to find the frag, and 4 players surviving as well. Doesn't get much better than that in terms of set-piece strategies that work perfectly. Nika gets 1 frag. That's it. Shuts him down. Still plenty of money to work with here, but really nice play from Big Jeff.
And it goes back to you know, theories that some people just mimic other teams and don't do the research themselves. Maybe some are lazier than others, are not innovative enough. But Gobby, if it's true what they said, you know, we talk about, yes, you know, 6 hours a day. Even when they went to the movie, they were talking about it. You can see why. He's theorizing everything. He knows what he wants to achieve, and he just sits and looks and goes, how can I achieve that?
Such a cool strap. Perfectly kind of played out there in the replay. But here we go. Round number 6. Still the orb for Alu. This time, towards top and middle. This is a much faster play there from Big. Changing the pace straight away. Alu has to fall back here. Hold a different line at the arc. Can't hit a shot just yet. Surely be taken down here.
Absolutely. Nothing he can do. Watch the rotation. They nearly get shots back to Tapson, who realizes it as Nex engages. They can't afford to put too much time shooting backwards through the arch because they have to get to the site, now open as well. As Nex will bring the bomb in. Legia's already cleared the pit.
Saving already.
Yep, I think they have to because they lost all but one in the last round.
That's such a sick call from Big. The fact of the matter is they've actually been so slow, so methodical so far, getting really patient map control, deploying the smokes and molotovs, pushing those CTs back slowly but surely. But this time, we've just won a round. Let's completely reset them. Let's just work out where we can just get up towards middle. Let's get up really quickly. Just as they're adjusting to what we're doing, straight up towards middle. Smokes in arch, smoke towards library as well. Stick as a 5-man unit. Alu just didn't see it coming as well. One flashbang. A little bit discombobulated, fell back towards the arch, didn't have time to get back there. Orb dropped, had no impact whatsoever. We said he was a dangerous factor for FaZe, but so far, hasn't really had that much impact for the AWP. Clean round for Big once again. If you're keeping all 5 players alive and FaZe is at the back out, you've called the perfect strategy at that point. Godby's done it again. Nico, Karag, and Kiyoshima will survive at the B side of the map, but now they're looking a bit rattled. So, money starting to build for the Big side. FaZe will go to buy into this one, but FaZe didn't see that one coming. That's a really nice adjustment for Big, just dictating the pace of the game.
That is absolutely a great call.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
Especially where, like you said, they've gone so slow. FaZe gets beat by tactics. They're going to expect more. Alu missed some key shots, undoubtedly. 2 to be exact. Rain's going to go aggressive top mid. Pistols not yet going to be the call because they got enough for this round, but Rain spotting down, gets a nade deep. They're trying to do damage early. Doesn't catch anyone and nearly gets shot off. So Alu has to back up. AWP is still in hand. Oh, watch the Molotov. Ooh, Godby down to 21. So this is the slower play again. 3-man stack on Banana as well, which they clearly want control of. Keev's going to flash high and try and push them back. They'll rotate off Kiyoshima, or start to, but as soon as that flash comes through, he stops and stays close to the action.
Well, everything gets a little bit quiet now. Bomb still down in T-Stead. See Nex and Kiev looking for any aggression from the CT side. Nico and Banana by himself. The call's been made by FaZe. 4 players on the A side. Nico, the strongest aimers we have in the game, will be patrolling the B side towards Banana to be exact. And that's where they could end up as well. He has a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Considering the bomb's still down in T-spawn as well. Suggests they will finish up a B. Nico deploys his final smoke, his last bit of utility to hold this B side, but that buys them enough time. That's going to make things uncomfortable for the T's, considering they're 30 seconds. That could, in fact, funnel them towards the A side of the map. I think, indeed, it has.
Legia catches off Kerrigan. That'll pull it back ever so slightly. 23 seconds, however, and they're backing off toward B. Nico's going to burrow himself in the site. That's going to make time a factor. If he stays aggressive and they get the early kill, they might be able to rush down the site. Where he goes back inside of it, and Alu rotates over. This is pressure on. It's a bit of a tight choke point, a pressure cooker even, but Nex finding the quick kill quick enough on Nico means they'll hold off Alu, missing yet another key shot. And they take control of the site with a bomb that goes down with only 4 seconds to spare. A man advantage as well, and Nex takes Kiyoshima as soon as he arrives. Not expecting the AWP to fire through ruins. It's all down to Rain. No saving this time. They'll be on the save no matter what. So with the kit, does he fancy it, or does he try and build economy for later? Try and damage that of Biggs because they have 2 players on low HP. He's going to take his chances. All 3 kills for Nex so far. Nex inside of the site finds a 4th.
Nex, a player that's been called out for his drop-off in form in recent years, but this is looking promising for him. A massive round there, taking down 4 players in total, and a round that looked like Big were completely shut down from. They had 4 players from FaZe towards the A side of the map as well. Nico patrolling B, like we said, is buying time, dropping the smokes perfectly, funneling them towards A. They go towards A, they find a pick, and they actually end up back towards the B side. Nico finds yet another frag, and Alu rotating in as well. We thought that's the round done, but Alu, he goes in through ruins, misses that key shot, and opens up the window of opportunity even further for Big. Next picks up the AWP, manages to find a few more, and it's 4-3. I think the money has been broken for FaZe here, and we might just have a game on our hands. I didn't think we would, but pistols across the board for FaZe here. Deagles, P250s, 5 smokes, interesting enough. So they're going to play this like a default. They are a very good pistol side, especially with the Desert Eagles. So, body armor for Nico. Here's the statistics of the 2 in-game leaders for now. God B actually leaving a charge in that respect. 5 kills for him, 2 for Carrigan. He's going to round number 8. Scoreline is 4-3 in favor of FaZe. Keeve on the AWP. Not really much FaZe can do with this, but they have got the smoke, so maybe we'll see something interesting come out.
Molotov flash. Double nade. Nico, thankfully, is forward of it. Has armor as well, so could have been very costly. It turns out not to be. Keeve looks for a few shots as they advance. Namely next. Double stack position over toward, oh, look at those bullet holes. They're trying to wall it, but no one on the other side of it. Rain and Keo double stack over toward the quad side, but it's all on B, at least early on. Bomb is intentionally dropped. The top of the T stairs, and Tabson and Legia backing out of Boiler, if anything. Should go back to grab that. They've at least pushed the CTs back inside of the B site. I think that's going to encourage them to go for an execution. Do they go for the same one again, though? That's the question.
Well,
and if they do, have they even figured out how to counter it? It hit them so fast last time. It will be the deep smoke. Second one in front. It is the same tactic. Wall is there.
Yeah.
This time, however, there's a smoke in front of them, and on the inside of said smoke, it's Kerrigan that waits, or is it the fake? It's the fake off of the same strategy against the pistols. They're already rotating as well. No contact. They can't be overconfident in that rotation. To go back, Keo will confirm they are still walking toward A, and Alu gets back through library as quick as he can. Tapson should be ready for it, and just barely gets the last bullet in before he goes around the corner, but still problems. Keo drops the bomb, 14 seconds. They've got to get the plant and thankfully find Rain in the corner.
Yeah, that should be it at this point. Quite an exciting process there for FaZe. Following them to where they wanted them to go, towards that A side where they had players waiting, but the rotation's a little bit off there at that stage. FaZe didn't really have much to work with. The smokes were good. You can see what they're trying to do with that, but ultimately only finds them 1 kill. Taps in with 3 in total. And now we tie things up 4-4 on the T side. And money starting to get stronger for FaZe once again. They can bring out a double offset if they wanted to, which indeed comes out. Nico with that secondary AWP. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think Nico looks particularly hot on this map with the AWP, but we'll see whether he can step up here. It might make sense in that regard because he can actually go a bit more aggressive. The AWP can boost it up on the wall position perhaps, and they don't have to be as passive. He can try and hunt for those first frags, but I'm sure Big will be anticipating this at some point. Everyone knows that FaZe do like this setup. As we go to round number 9, all tied up 4-4.
Alu and Rain covered the top of middle. Nico, Kerrigan, Kiyoshima. With the deep smoke from Keo. Started off in Banana, he rotates back around. Tapson's gonna have to leave a damage deposit in the apartments because he's put a few holes in the wall. And he'll get ready for a smoke that goes over to the arch side. Quickly thrown. Bounces for a while, so it actually has a late bloom, which gives them time to get set up at the top of middle and join him as he walks out from Boilers. That's actually quite clever in its timing.
Get your money's worth for it. Safe position to throw it from as well. Takes the AWP out of the round. 1 minute remaining. As we said though, the AWP of Nico. Patrolling Banana once again. That's what he wanted to do. He wants to be actively hunting for frags here. Getting information for his team. 4 CT players on the A side of the map. Another execution presumably coming in at this stage. Smoke starting to line up now. Legia moves it towards the pit side, and that could be the fake. It's up to Nico now to step up as Keeve's coming back to challenge.
It's frustratingly slow.
Yeah.
FaZe to play against Big. Trying every tactic, every gimmick in the book, but all they need is a few rounds. They've gotten 4 already. They are walking too slow, I'm afraid, for Keeve to peek off Nico. Easy shot in the end, and that will definitely confirm they go toward A. 19 seconds again on entry. Gobby, he's burning Kiyoshima because it's spilled over the edge of the balcony as well as gone behind it. There's nowhere to play inside a pit, and yet Keo finds a small angle of opportunity. As he and Alu combine for kills, and they have to save. They have to back off. They couldn't get in fast enough to go for the plant, so this time FaZe win it, but 2 guns kept alive.
Yeah, that's Intel picked up the big at this point. Sure, FaZe win the round, but it was a good adjustment for them. He said the orb could be promising. If Nico's there, more confident to challenge towards T-steps of the AWP on that wall position as well. Took down Kiev. They didn't really have the time to work with there to push Nico back. He can actually keep his 4 teammates at the A-bomb site. Good crossfires there. This was too easy, though. You can see Kiev such a slow face. He needed to either flashbang over, then take the challenge, push Nico back, but you could see sees his little butt come around the corner, takes him down. Not too much of a hassle there, and then cool, no one else is there. So FaZe very comfortable that round, but Big still plenty of money as we go into round number 10. We are going to see a faster play towards Banana this time, trying to shut down the orb. Nico's going to challenge, but flashed off. Nades in front of him. How does he hit that? My God.
It's quite impressive and quite quick through the edge of the wall. Q fires one back very optimistically.
Yeah, so another change of pace there, trying to shut down this AWP, but unfortunately, they do lose the first player there, 5-4, as Ligia gets dropped through the wall, courtesy of Nico. Maybe just go for the full commitment here. You're already a man down, drop the smokes and see what they can do, but knocked out themselves with the reaction from the CT side.
Molotov's in. They'll land at Emo. And just Emo, I suppose. Thought I saw a second one lobbed in that bounced toward the fountain, but it was Emo that it covered off. No entry off of it. Orange 1 occupied by Kerrigan, and Nico flashed off. Is going to get on top of the coffin. Excuse me, smoked off. Is going to get on top of the coffin. The AWP. 4 players left for Big, and they all head toward B. Nico up above the smoke, able to find the kill quickly. They smoke off towards CT. They want to get faster than that, but Molotov's extinguished. Give Nico more room to work. Alu's got a kill on Godby with a nade alone. And with Kiev down, it's on to Tabson, who's not yet had a breakout star performance. He's keeping up there with everyone. He's tied first for the team at 6, but this round goes all FaZe Clan.
Yeah, Alu's starting to wake up now as well. Another 3 kills for him with the AWP. This double orb setup, I said at the beginning of the game, I wasn't a fan of it, but it's been perfect so far for FaZe. All 5 kills coming from Nico and Alu that round. To
go back to a point as well, they talked about the expectations of FaZe based on success. The one tournament they have won in all of the tournaments they've played was Star Ladder, and it was this map they ended up winning with a double op that looked like it was actually hindering them until one round by Nico.
Yeah, that was it. That's what I remember casting as they need to get off this. Like he looks
and then they did it.
Down. And then they did it anyway, of course. But yeah, it definitely looked weak. But this seems like the perfect adjustment to take a team like Big down. Someone is so slow and default, and like you said, frustrating to play against. You get players who can get established on a position like Banana and start hitting shots. At the beginning here, that was a nuts shot. To take down Ligia there, I don't think he spotted. I think that was through the wall, I'm guessing, after the initial nades.
Yeah, right here.
There it is. Yeah, so a nade went off, and it was Nico's nade, then he gets him through the wall. So that's really nice. And then Alu coming in with 3 kills in total as well. These double orbs just making it all happen here for FaZe. We go into round number 11, scoreline 6-4. Kiev with the AWP once again. Money's still strong. I think they have 1 more buy available, Big. They won't be the greatest buy they lose this round, but boosting players up towards the quad. That's going to be Rain that's posted in position, and Kiyoshima beneath him to bait him in. Alu with the orb towards our side. Nico not as aggressive this time, but they do drop a smoke at the bottom towards T-steps, and Krakow wants to get towards the logs this time by the looks of things. Lining up the smokes once more. Big Clan trying to work things out here. Get towards apartments. Bombs there as well. Nothing towards Banana whatsoever. Next is watching the flanks.
Try an angle for Kiev on the AWP. Tabson checks the hallway to confirm it's clear before setting any nades. In case there's anyone close by who pops around the corner where the pin's pulled. Pull the plug on the dam because they'll flood out. Rain is going to flood back in. He gets 3. It's Kiyoshima that has to watch for the next as Ligia batters back to 19 HP. As he heads in around toward the hay bales. Bomb still dropped outside of Boiler. They left that there in all of the exchange, so they have to be a little bit careful and cautious of how they go back to find it. His next does battle against Alu, forces him off the corner. Means Ligia should be exactly that, expecting him to go toward the site. It's a perfect play off the team. And therefore, Bomb is picked up as they wrap back around to double on quad. It's Kerrigan next in line. Nico's still slow to follow up on the rotation. AWP as well for him, so Kerrigan has it all to do. Check it. Too loud. Low HP goes down next. It's going to Molotov. Doesn't hold for plant, wants to force him out to the right, which he does and follows it up. Needs to get the plant quickly. Kerrigan's going to be so close on top of him, but he may get the kill. He may find Kerrigan and does next. What an incredible reaction time to take down Nico.
Oh my goodness, it doesn't get much closer than that. Next, it was the two names we haven't come to expect to deliver rounds from Big. Legia, 3 in total there. It seemed like consolation frags after Rain. This amazing performance towards Quad. It was so perfect, so precise, calm as well. Drops the bomb, and it's a 5-on-2 at this point, Matt. And Legia, of all the players on this team, is the one to step up and find 3 kills in return. Comes down to the 1v1 eventually. Next there, using the Molotov to perfection in the pit, gets Karrigan out of position, and somehow wins the round. Nico had to hit that shot with the AWP, and like he said, gets the kill in return. 6-5. We continue the action here as Next finds yet another frag from Karrigan once again, this time with fire. And it's a 5-on-4, and they want a little bit more as Next keeps pushing up. Nico low HP as well, lucky to stay alive.
Meanwhile, Next goes back up to the top of Banana this time. Oh, Alu spotted the jump. If he fires in now. Dear God, call the ambulance. Good shot from Kiev. Gets him down. He goes for the peek anyway. Gets position on him. Nico makes up for 1. Switches to the Deagle, but taken out by Next on the headshot entry. Which means bomb planted and a save coming in already. M4s are backing off. This is another round. 6-6. Bigger definitely hanging in there.
Yeah, absolutely. They're looking impressive here on Inferno, I have to say. Getting some big clutches in there as well, not just relying on the set pieces, the fast plays, the great calls, just actually having some of the names you haven't expected so far, like Next, Legia, actually finding them really important impact frags. Number 12 will be going in favor of Big. That'll tie things up at 6-6. Kiyoshima and Rain trying to hold on to their weaponry, and that's a really important deal, actually. The fact is, they lose these weapons. They're going to be eco next round for sure. They only get $1,400, or $1,900, I should say, after this round. It's been 4 saves, still not enough to buy, but at least it's something to work with there. Rain and Kiyoshima towards the A side of the map. They are being hunted right now. They look safe to me. I don't think they'll go down. But just getting 1 frag in this situation would be very beneficial for Big. There it is. Thompson takes it down.
Absolutely, as Keo waits. Shots from Legia. Got it after the round as well.
Amazing. Well, there you have it. 6-6 as we enter round number 13. Pretty harsh reset for FaZe. Big are going to take the lead here, Matt. It's going to have to be an eco. Not really much FaZe can do about this one. Lots of money available. The big name's starting to turn up, and here we go. Kiev up against Alu here. This is the first shot. Good work. This is turning to be a very exciting game. An old classic tactic here. Rush down mid on the eco, and it works out for now. Got B dropped, and they're not going to be stopping just yet. Rain trying to get the refrag as well. Might get a bit more, but Next and Tabson going to town, especially Tabson. Finds 2 frags and the third. Clinical stuff there, the Glock to finish things off. There it is, 7-6. Got a bit dicey with the damage inflicted, a couple of players dropping, but overall, pretty comfortable. Going to round number 14 map. And what was working so well for FaZe was that double AWP setup. That's no longer available. After getting shut down a couple of rounds in a row, taking some ecos now, they get the 5 and 4s out, 1 kip, Karrigan no utility apart from 1 smoke. And, of course, Alu no AWP for an eco either. So this is where they were struggling in the early stages, losing to the tactic play of Big. The executions, they couldn't hold him off. So is this Big actually winning the half on the T side of Inferno against FaZe? That'd be something pretty epic, I think.
Same nade for Tabson that bounces quite a few times before it drops in front of the cubby. See the shadow of it. Off 2 roofs and then 3 bounces. 4 if you want to be really technical in the last one. And then they bust in. Good flash. Gombi's able to take down Keo. Rain's able to follow it up, though, from in the sight. Tabson and Legia are found before Next can do anything of it. Rain knows there's one more in there in the pit, but needs to get a better position. Knows the Molotov's coming, and so he gets on the outside of the inner box. Can't do anything from the position. Karrigan takes up the shoulder of Nico. Does Next as he walks in, takes the head clean off of Karrigan. Nico, they know he's inside of the Moto position. The little cubby with the small gap, a sliver of a gap from the smoke. Or do they? Because Goppy smokes off behind them at top middle. The lobbed smoke in. Next should have an inkling.
Yeah, he right-clicked it as well, so you can hear that bounce a few times and know he's on the other side of it.
And all the attention turns as a result. Bike in front. He can jump on the bike and get to the graveyard if he's smart enough through the smoke, but he backs off because he's tagged on a 41 and can't take the fight. AWP. No, wait. Take the fight first and then try and grab it to get away, or doesn't even risk it. He's only got 14 HP, so that op's going to be tough for him to get.
Wants it, but he's going to get out of the bomb blast.
Yeah,
here.
Absolutely. He's got to get out now. Best chance is he stays close enough that he goes, yeah, back now. And everyone's down on the other side, so if he gets there, and that's nicely done, actually. I'll give him that.
it is big though. Once again, taking another gun round here. Money still dire for FaZe. About 3K per player. 4 rounds in a row now for Big. They've won the half. It's 8-6 overall. You are listening to us via the wireless. Going to round number 15. Orb recovered though. That's a big deal at this point for FaZe. The fact is they take the AWP, which has been so successful for them, especially in the hands of Alu. They bring that into the final round here, and they force around it. M4s, UMPs, a FAMAS, and Kiyoshima on the Mag 7. A good weapon for Inferno, to be fair, especially in the apartment/boiler room. It's up to Alu now. He has to work really hard for these frags. He can't sit back and hold the defensive line. He needs to be challenging for the frags at the very start. Same story for Kiyoshima. This Mag 7, good damage. It's got to be down to 6 HP.
Goes down to 46 himself.
Yeah.
But very, very near kill. Fired a shotgun at a shooting range this week.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was all right.
Was it videoed?
Yeah, we did. Well, I don't want to spoil.
Okay.
But yeah, we did. I told Anders to stand behind me and catch me after I shot it. In case, I went flying.
Big, strong arms.
Yeah, he's a big man. Kiev looking grim for the angle. This time he's a little quicker around the corner than he was when he spotted off against Nico. He actually finds the kill on Nico, but they have to worry about Kerrigan, or do they?
My God.
Jump shot, that's all it takes. Kerrigan goes down to a P250.
Kiev's feeling that. 4-on-3 now. Smoke towards CT spawn. They don't have to commit to this either. They can drop that smoke. CTs have to rotate over. You just assume that site's over. All 3 CTs, look at them right now, have rotated. They've taken the bait. The bomb hasn't gone in, and it's going to be big, ending up towards the A side of the map. Surely as well. That should be round. Tamsin to commit to this point. They can do it, but they haven't really capitalized at this point. I think if you're going to do this, you need to be going in straight away. 25 seconds. Still have the advantage, of course, but they're allowing Alu to rotate back in towards the library. Smoke towards Art, being very slow and precise about this one. It's up to Ray now to rotate towards the A site and try and defend. He's got the FAMAS in hand.
Smokes go down in front of the library. Alu with a nade is able to collect before he's locked off, and it's Rain. Not found inside of the site, able to walk out with a pistol to close it off. 8-7, but it's Big that leads the way at half.
I think that was a bit of a missed call there from Big to finish things off. The fact you get 2 kills per banana like that, either fully commit and get in there. That was the worst of both worlds, really. Yeah, sure, they dropped the smoke. That's amazing. Oh, you've done the sickest fake of all time there. You can actually go back towards A. They have to take the bait. They have no grounds not to. But the fact of the matter is they were so apprehensive to actually get in towards the A side. They were so slow about it. Did you see how much time FaZe had to rotate back in, allow Alu to get in position, nade one of them, get Rain back on the bomb site? One or the other. If you've killed 2 B, just get in there or fall back and do the exact opposite quickly, though. That's the key thing you need to remember. But still, you're absolutely right. That's not taking away from Big. They've won the half against FaZe on Inferno. That's a very difficult thing to do on the T side. They now move over to the arguably easier side, CT. They win the pistol. This could be another underdog story in a major. We'll see what happens here. Go into the buy for FaZe Clan. No Superman purchases. Kerrigan purchases up with the smoke grenade and flashbangs. No armor for him. His 4 teammates, though, with that armor. But look at this play coming in. Very aggressive stuff from the CTs. Pushing down towards middle. It's Keith to go first. Finding Kerrigan. Takes him down. That's all the utility expended. And it's going to be tapped in the lifetime. 3 of them! My God, this guy's good. 4-on-2 now. Kiyoshima and Rain to recover.
Rain, top of Banana, wondering what just happened. We had Banana covered off, bombs down. He won't even get a chance to go back forward as Legia gets the kill onto him. Kiyoshima trying to get shots. Zevez, the coach of Dignitas, called Big to win this game, by the way, in his daily predictions. He also picked Immortals to win their game at the end of the day against, I believe, Astralis. See who they play.
That's right, yeah.
So
9:30.
Yeah, so he's called for that upset as well.
This is amazing. That's quite maverick round coming in there from Big. The fact they're pushing down 3 players at the start as well. That's just not common. That's not a usual pistol whatsoever. CTs normally hold deep lines and crossfires in B, 3 towards the A site, allowing mid control to come in. They rush down middle. You could see they weren't ready for that whatsoever. Kiev misses the first shot, sure, but taps in. This is the play that really mattered. They're lined up for him, but that's perfect. He'll take that all day long. Gets the bomb dropped. Takes all 3 kills, and as I said, this guy really is something spectacular in CSGO. Kiyoshima's just laughing about it. Doesn't seem to mind too much. I guess sometimes, Matt, if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
It's true. That's what I tell myself every time.
Every morning?
Every morning.
Just don't cry.
Make fun of myself, and then I won't cry about my situation.
Do not cry. Well,
don't let Moses see you crying. He's a bully.
Can't argue with that. Round number 17. Force buy from FaZe, of course, no bomb going down. Really good at the pistols, up against an SK style buy from Big. The MP9, 4 UMPs. It's Keeve to make that SMG work with the first encounter with Rain, 5 on 4. Nico going down to 45 HP as well. Doesn't look like FaZe can really do much about this. With Tabson on this flank as well, he should get at least one frag here. There's one. Second, presumably as well. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, it was actually quite a nice shot as Nico goes down. It's Kiyoshima and Kerrigan. Kyo again. It's our another duo for the mixed team.
Yep.
So Nex is able to take out Kerrigan. Yeah, that's right. Got B. Tough spot. Kiyoshima's head and then calls for Keeve to wrap him behind. So the SMG is getting a number of kills. Well, all the kills because that's all the guns they have, Henry. If you want to be particular, there were no rifles. So
true.
10-7 for Big, but money gained is more the point.
Absolutely.
No one going down either, so stick with the SMGs for one more while they're up against pistols.
Oh yeah, for sure. So 4 UMPs, the MP9 has to be a fully clear from FaZe. To get one flashbang, probably rush banana, flash the corner, hope to get a trade. I don't think anything's been purchased whatsoever. There's $200 on the flash, that's it. So FaZe looking to the future here. And this could be big with a really interesting decision in the first gun round. They're going to be going aggressive here. Probably not that worried about dropping frags. They'd probably rather upgrade to some rifles next round. Tabson, no, he does not care whatsoever. 3 more kills for him. Golby chiming in as well.
Farming.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. So do they bring any rifles here? I would say, considering the situation of being best of 1, certainly upgrade. Okay, so yeah, the AWP comes out for Keeve instead of the MP9. That makes sense. The 4 UMPs, not so much as a risk. I think that's a nice kind of counter. Like, let's balance things out, get more firepower with the AWP, and keep the UMPs up. The MP9 pretty useless against a fully bought terrorist side. But
Keeve, unfortunately, though, given that they're going to have an AWP for Ali, like you say, and then the AKs, doesn't have the best spawn for mid, and I think he wants to get the shot knowing that he's the only full gun. Okay, good to see him stand off and just cover top mid.
Yeah, this is huge for Big right now. They can actually... Ooh, Tabson got hit through the wall there, just if they can hold this round off with the UMPs and the AWP, they probably win this game. This is a chance for them to keep an amazing amount of cash and win a round of SMGs up against a pretty ill-equipped FaZe. You can see Alu, no head armor. Against those UMPs, that's a massive issue.
You go back to look at the smoke at B. It's probably well timed that he put the smoke down when he did, Tabson, because no sooner did he do that than the Molotov came in. It gave him a chance to run away, and Nico expects that he may have gone to the other corner, but can't commit to pushing through the smoke. It would be blind and foolish at this point.
1 minute remaining. Mid control gathered, at least for now. CT's falling back, allowing it to go in control of FaZe. Not really clear where they'll finish up yet. They do have a chance to go towards bananas with the bombs heading as well. 2 smokes to work with, 1 for coffins, 1 for spawn, but Keeve there with the AWP, the key player in this situation. He finds his first frag, which he cannot. There's a chance to slow them down, but that's a good incendiary. Might buy him some time as Tabson's dropped to the other side of the map. This is a banana split. Keeve to try and find the next shot.
Keeve, good follow-up. Falls back as well. Kerrigan mid. Pushed by Legia. B goes down to Kerrigan in doing so. Watch for Keeve inside of the site now as well because they go in slowly. Too slowly. Alu follows up with the AWP, but he's against 2. And does he have time? They're going to push through. They look the wrong side. Legia looked over to Orange's 1 rather than toward the default position. He's low on HP. Alu doesn't know it stays to the AWP, and it's bot time for his teammate to rotate around. So Nex joins inside of the site.
Defuse.
And Alu's going to rotate all the way around. Nex still trying to hold him off, but they're on the defuse. You're right. You've called it. He's got the first shot, but it's too late. Full 5 seconds had gone by.
There it is. Big stepping up once again. It was Keeve. I said he had to go big. I need to stop using that word. That really is quite annoying.
It's their fault, not yours.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Maybe I need to increase my vocabulary. Who knows? But yeah, Alu doing what he can there towards the end. But as Keeve had already done the hard work, finds that initial kill, was actively challenging as well. Knew he had to find some impressive numbers there. And unfortunately for Alu, decent attempt there, but residual utility for the big side. And they could smoke the bomb. He was in ruins of the AWP. As soon as he misses that first shot, he's done for. The full defuse almost certainly going to be coming in. The CT player defending the diffuser. Can this be the human shield? Going to round number 20. The scoreline now, 12 rounds. FaZe is 7. They're going to be buying into this round. Alu say the AWP, so it's not a full commitment in terms of the full investment. They've got maximum save loss bonus next round. So they go for Tech9's Deagles and, of course, the saved AWP. 15 kills for Alu, just to note as well. Have a look at the names that potentially haven't really arrived. Kiyoshima 6 and 12. Karrigan 7 and 14. But Nico and Rain having decent games, to be fair. So, not like everything's going horribly wrong with Big. Just presenting a very good game so far. The whole team's performing. That's exactly what you need to take down a fit team like FaZe, you have to say. 12-7. Looking likely to be 13.
Alu. I've done that before, the Alu. That's a classic line. But nearly times the shot well when they cross back over. Would have been a much needed kill. Interesting bounce off the top of the fence. Give Nico some room against the wall. Good shot from Alu onto Legia, though. That one will certainly help. And Nico rushes forward, wastes no time. Just grabs the AK.
Yeah.
High risk, high reward, though.
Well, that's an opening pick they desperately needed. 5 and 4 now. Still with smokes and flashbangs to work with. Looks like they end up towards the B side of the map. That's where next. And indeed, tabseN are waiting. That's the main problem. tabseN playing like an absolute monster right now. Bomb not fully committing. They still have time to work with it. Trying to bait out any CT utility. That's one of the final smokes, I believe. Yeah. Oh, okay. Next door has one. He's in CT spawn as well. So he can buy him some more time if required. And he's going to have that in hand right now. Waiting for the call from his teammate. Get that gut feeling as to when he should deploy it. Ideally, about the 30-second mark. Or is it maybe a little bit too early? And this will be the final play from FaZe. Probably can't afford to go back towards the A side at this point. Good nade damage coming in. Next, and tabseN to defend. Oh, the incendiary as well. This is pretty rough. Perfect from Nex.
It's the right time. Perfect. After the smoke dissolves. CT covered off. 7 seconds gone. They rush in. tabseN waits at Emo. Good time. On the peak. Good damage. They're lining up for it, making it a lot easier as well as he goes to the pistol. And a crossfire established. 13 rounds for Big. No terrorist rounds won yet by FaZe as 5 have gone by in the way of the CTs.
That's how you play those situations from Big there. Utilizing the grenades you have perfectly. Buying yourself some time. Teammates ready and waiting. They're playing off each other. One in CT spawn, one on the bomb site. Smoke's down. When there's 20 seconds remaining, drop an incendiary as well. Makes it comfortable for FaZe. Someone has to push through the fire. Someone has to try and get a smoke out and extinguish it. They go through. tabseN lined up at Emo as well, rotating from CT spawn. It's just a beautiful play there. Really, really nice stuff as well. Next, actually delivering a great performance here against FaZe. Round 21, it's 13-7 in favor of Big. Do have a full buy for FaZe. The previous round was just a partial one with the saved AWP as well. They got the opening pick, but that's pretty much all they got. Look at tabseN towards the logs position as well. Wants to keep getting in their grills and shutting them down. Based in by Legia, who's just jumping up with the flashbang as well. Wants to spot one player, flash down, and allow tabseN to potentially get 2 or 3 kills in that spot. It's a nice little setup. It's a risky player. We'll see if it works out for them. There's a flash. tabseN faces. Doesn't get anything for it just yet, but Nico seems to think something's going on there.
Thank all he likes. He's got to find the shots. Does do slight and minor damage onto Legia.
Yeah.
Caught his shin bone, maybe. Gets Rain. Nico does wait for the push through. A little bit aggressive from tabseN.
Wasn't required, was it?
Not at all. Didn't need to happen. They had control already. Gives a man back, which means if they take down Legia fast enough jumping through, they could open up toward Banana. Karrigan's got the bomb. He's going to race against Kiev. And he does have a smoke to cover off CT, which he needs to just throw on the way through. Have to. Forces Kiev to go around toward Ruins. Karrigan's going to go for the fast plant. His teammate, Kiyoshima, already makes it to Banana. So they have a post-plant setup on this as well. And this all comes off the back of tabseN getting too aggressive. Flash in. Karrigan, speaking of aggression, nearly gets away with another, but Nex is able to respond. A Molotov goes down on the bomb early for Kyo so he can check behind him. He's done so, but he may actually get caught off by checking it because as soon as he does, that's exactly when Gombi came around the corner, so the timing is off. Nex takes down Kyo. Bomb, is it going to be defused?
Yeah, loads of time.
Okay, I thought I saw 10 seconds on it, but yeah, there is loads of time either way, so they'll get away with it.
Well, a timeout coming in for FaZe at this stage as well, and well recovered from Big there. I thought that round was going to be a bit of a blunder, considering they got the first 2 picks, and tabseN runs through the smoke for no real reason, left Legia in a tight situation. Luckily, he gets 1 kill there, but comes down to the 1 versus 3 situation. Kiyoshima, like he said, Molotov on the bomb to buy him some more time, needs to actively hunt for frags there, can't get them, well pincered by Big. Very well disciplined and managed to make the scoreline 14-7. Maximum loss bonus, and the bomb means they can fully buy.
The only reason I asked is Kiev was the one player without a kit and starts with K, Kusta.
Okay,
you know, I was a little worried there for a second.
Yeah, that was rough, wasn't it?
Poor guy. Just can't catch a break.
Hate to see that.
You got to ask Moses about that one, because isn't he Kusta's personal trainer?
He is life coach, I believe he calls himself.
That's right, life coach.
Yeah. But, yeah. Shout out to him. Commiserations. You do truly hate to see that.
That was rough.
Anyway, we'll get into round number 22. And this was the pause for FaZe Clan. They do not have the AWP available. Not a big deal on the T side of Inferno, of course, but big now in touching distance in the Swiss format where they've seemed to thrive recently, looking like they're going to take this map against FaZe. That would be such a massive result. Amazing for them. Like, I don't think anyone saw this. It's a challenger team to come and take down one of the world's very best. And
Zebras
Inferno
apparently saw it.
Apparently.
They are a tactical mastermind. That's the thing. They could easily catch you off. Again, Swiss system. FaZe will, if they don't win this, if they don't come back, go down 0-1. Big still have a large job ahead of them, to be honest, if they're going to make a playoff. But it's not from the realm of possibility that we get 2 or 3 challenging teams in, especially with G2 as a challenging team. Cloud9, now they played in Cologne. Tapsin, how he's playing right now for Big as he goes aggressive. Nico and Alu stand no chance. Double headshot.
So sick. You see the teamwork as well. He's getting set up by his teammates. And Keith, he's not slowing down either. Another AWP shot lands. Takes down Carrigan. 5-on-2 now. Big, almost certainly going to make it to match point. Who would have thought? Except the Kiyoshima and Rain, though. Still a deadly duo. Haven't really arrived too much in this game as of yet. But 15 seconds remaining towards quad. They need to find some kills here. Still have a chance.
Good shot, Kiev. Down goes Keo. They know exactly where the last player is, and Lagia is going to find Rain. It's 15 rounds for Big and only 7 for FaZe Clan. Not a single T-side round picked up. That's not good enough, I'm afraid.
It's not, but Big, very good indeed. Towards Banana, just keep applying the pressure. A lot of teams, especially from this tier, Counter-Strike tier 2/tier 3 almost, they would be panicking this stage. They'd think, okay, the aggressive stuff's worked so far. Let's make sure we don't lose this game. Let's just hold back. Don't give anything away. Don't make any risks. Tapster doesn't care about that. He wants to get in their grills and show he can be the most deadly player on the server right now. And he manages to get that amazing spray down there. Shuts down FaZe with a flashbang from his teammate. And we'll see whether they can continue it as we go into potentially the final round here. 2 UMPs, a Tech 9, a couple of AKs. That's all that separates Big from winning their first game here at the Major.
Good shot, Godbeat. Tries to transfer it immediately to catch Rain. Kiyoshima's already in the hallway, so as he tries to retreat the other direction, gets caught off, but look at Kiev go.
Wow.
It's Christmas Eve for Kiev as he finds 2, and they've almost got the big day ahead of them. Just 1 round to find 2 kills, Nico and Alu, but they each find a pick, which means we go level until Next finds Alu instead.
But look who it is.
It's all down to one-hit wonder. Nico. Top dog. The buyout to bring him here. This is the major they've been waiting for. He's got to plant and force the issue. They're going to wait. They're going to allow the plant because they can afford to. Kits on either side, a smoke, as well as an incendiary. And speaking of the first one, massive damage. Good shot, Nico. Tabson snuck in a little further than I think he's anticipating, but can't get the shot back yet. It's AK versus AK, but the HP favors Tabson. The shot does not. Good play from Nico.
Just when you think they've done enough, arguably 2 of the most skilled players at this major. That was great standoff there. Tabson and Nico going at it there. Molotov was good as well. That was a 2v1 situation, but it's Nico, of course it is, to keep FaZe Clan alive, at least for now. They go into round number 24. That's the first round they've posted here in the second half, man, the T side. UMPs and Galil still wasn't a convincing round, of course. 1 player surviving. They do manage to bring the AWP out, but 7 rounds in a row now required from FaZe. Is that the lifeline they needed to get themselves back into this game? We'll find out. We're into round number 24 here. 15-8. Default round from FaZe. Felt like that was it. With Keith hitting those AWP shots as well. Surely that was the end, but still a few more twists and turns, it seems.
Tabson, same spot we saw him get to last time from the half wall. I think Alu spotted him on the last jump. I think he's spotted in return, though, because the smoke goes down and no further jumps commence. Slightly interesting flash. I think that may have been misthrown. Caught the edge of the top of the doorway. Really just blinds up Kerrigan.
Here we go then. Mid control obtained by FaZe. Damage done to Alu. That's about all I've got to report so far. The bomb's still down in middle, but interestingly, Nico, the savior of the previous round, he's alone in B. Trying to find a frag. They're showing presence right now. If he can get a kill on this side of the map, his teammates can commit towards the A side. They can go for the banana split still, but it's got to be to find that first frag once again. Did in the previous round, but then instantly shut down. Carrigan goes towards the arch. Should find his kill on next, but he can't do it. 5-on-3 now.
Back and forth on the pillar. 5-on-3 indeed. Another chance. 19 seconds. Got a number of chances.
This is it.
This could be it. I mean, the thing is the money. If they even lose this one, they're still in a good position, so it's going to be hard pressed. 2 players in, 1 player down, at least pulled back by Kiyoshima. Bomb plant, orange is 1. As Kyo finds Legia, that gives them the chance to do so. It's got to be done quickly. And Nico is in a problem because he gets caught out from top of Banana. That leaves Kyo in the corner. Keeve gets both, and it's the win for Big. They'll go 1-0 against FaZe Clan.
That's unbelievable. You'd have told me this was the result going into this one, I'd say not a chance. I have no Big, a decent tactical team. They've got interesting strategies, but lacking firepower. It's always been my problem with them, but not today. Everyone stepped up. Everyone had their rounds. Even Legia and Next had massive moments. Next finishes on 23 kills. He's up there with Tabson. Same frags ratio. Maybe this is the tournament we can see Next have some serious impact for this team. He's been missing for so many years. I feel like 2 years since we've seen him play really decent level of CS, but this was a great performance all round. The T sub was great. Winning the T half against a team like FaZe, 8 rounds with a few blunders chucked in there as well. Their executions were great. The tactics were on point. The adaptions and the change of pace as well. It looked fantastic. FaZe stages looked out of their depth. They were having to save with 3 players alive just because they knew they'd been completely shut down by the tactical prowess of Big.
I think one of the best calls is what you mentioned on, I think it was round 5 maybe?
Yeah, exactly.
Pick up the nice wall of smoke inside of Banana and B in the previous round, and then instantly just rush change the pace. Yeah. No chance to set up for FaZe Clan. And obviously that broke down the economy. It started to sway the momentum, and then we went into a level match for a while until 8-7.5, and then they ran away. And the CT side looked very solid. Everyone was hitting shots. Tabson looked a lot more confident.